Welcome back. Hamilton writer and musician Chris Williams has spent the past 5 years working on his first musical, and in July he will see it laid bare on stage in front of friends, family and strangers as it premieres in Hamilton at the Clarence Street Theatre. Anne-Marie spoke with Chris Williams to find out what the musical State Highway 48 is all about.
Right, it's a musical that is based on the journey of middle age, is the kind of way I would describe it. And it is a story told through the eyes of a family, the young kids, workmates, friends, colleagues, etc. And some of the trials and tribulations they have at a period of time in their lives. There's a lot of themes that come through. It's set against the backdrop of the recession. So there's some job loss, depression, communication problems, marriage breakdown, all these kind of things. There's a lot of humour, a lot of laughs, very few tears, to be fair. And it's a kind of like, I would put it, it's a reminder, a few reminders to us about the importance of communication, the family unit, love in your life, and also I think it's about trying to remind us that the people that we think might be the most on top of things are often the ones that are struggling the most, and that's a real kind of common theme that comes through it. So it's told through 22 songs, the whole thing is sung. And it's pretty epic.
How did the musical come about?
As I was saying, I never set out to write a musical. It was never a thing I thought I was going to do. But as a creative person who I write songs, I've always got songs on the go at various stages. One night I was just kind of wheedling away on the piano, and I developed a riff that I kind of quite liked. I thought it was kind of more of a TV show or something. Then I thought, no, it feels like more of a theme for a musical. So there and then I decided I'd write a musical. And then I told everyone I was writing it. And then everyone started to ask me how I was going. So I thought, well, I better get on with it. And so now here we are.
Where did you find your inspiration for the characters and the storyline? Right,
well, I think when you get to my age, because this being a commentary on life at middle age, I'm kind of, in the thick of it, I suppose. So you come across lots of people and you have a lot of experiences yourself that you're able to portray and express in a certain way. So there's no one single inspiration, just a lot of the people and work, friends and so on that I've run across over the years.
Who's helped you along the way?
There's been so many people. They're friends, workmates and so on who have kind of encouraged me and basically unwittingly shared with me their stories and so on, and enabled me to observe a lot of what they're up to. So that's kind of been a real help. But one of the big things that happened was that a very good friend of mine up in Auckland, who in fact died last October, and he and I, traded notes on what we're up to. He was going to write a book, and I was doing my musical. And I was going to say to him, you need to write your book. You need to write your book. He was saying forever that he was going to do it, but anyway, he ended up not doing it because he died. And so he was a big part of kind of this getting to this stage.
Tell me about the cast. You've got some very accomplished performers.
Right, so we've got Brian Beveridge, who's an absolute star, Kirsten Hickman, who's just a beautiful singer. She can sing like an angel. They're the two lead characters. And then with the remaining cast are all really experienced professionals as well. So that's just been fantastic for them to come along and kind of take part in it. They're all really passionate about it, and that's been one of the great things for me, is for these guys to come along and say, well, we're going to check this out, do an audition, and now they're all sort of saying, we're loving this, and we're really grateful to be part of it. So it's fairly humbling, to be honest.
It's been said that everyone has a story inside them waiting to be written down. Is this your story?
Yes and no. I mean, there are things in there that I haven't been through, but things in there that I have. And I think you get to this age and you just can't avoid some of those things, if you know what I mean. So it partly is, but partly it's also just, observation of, people and places and so on.
Who will relate to the musical?
Well, I think it's a definite kind of baby boomer audience, but really, I suppose baby boomers are getting a bit older now, so kind of 40 plus, 35, 40 plus. But really, my audience is everyone. It doesn't exclude anyone. I think everyone should enjoy it, but certainly people who've gone over the 40 hill will definitely relate to a good part of it, I would think.
You're at the Clarence Street Theatre in Hamilton from the 10th to the 12th of July, and then plans to go nationwide.
Yes, so we're doing those, there's 4 performances over those 3 days, and really this is a launch, I suppose, and it is also kind of a pilot. I'll be getting feedback from some people, you know, just to make sure that, you know, the story's being told well and all those kind of things, and then I'll iron out any creases from there, and then I aim to kind of take it to Auckland and Wellington, and then overseas is my aim. We're not stopping here. What's been a highlight so far? Oh, gosh, there've been a number, to be honest. Writing, when I wrote it, writing in curtain closes was a highlight. I nearly cried because it was blood, sweat and tears on every word. The auditions were fantastic. That was so exciting, seeing people coming in and singing my songs. And then the other night, Brian and Kirsten sang one of the duets that we've got in the show. And that was when I just started to think, oh, this feels really real now. And hearing those 2 professionals sing it was just incredible. So that's so far. There's been many others as well.
Just ahead, the fight to keep the Tauranga Mobile Library.